so nice to come here, and I must say that I'm really reliving my college dreams. 440. Never thought that in India we will ever get a marble to in fact write such a strong and such a imaginative product.
Absolutely, glad to be seeing you.
Thank you very much.
And entirely developed by in-house R&D center of Hero at our CIT Jaipur in collaboration with our Germany counterparts, and of course building on the same 440cc platform on which we launched the Harley-Davidson X440. I would invite you to our Jaipur R&D center.
Mr. Gupta, once again, welcome to the show, and it must be a great feeling. I mean, in a quick time, there has been nothing short of a magical turnaround for HeroMoto Corp. There were legacies of past, which in a sense had created multiple headwinds for the brand. But the brand has managed to make a comeback. The company's managed to make a comeback. The share price has managed to make a comeback. So I'm sure you must be excited, happy, and delightful the way our markets have responded and the way your customers have responded.
Absolutely excited, but I would still add that not yet satisfied.
Okay, why is that?
And because I think we've just started, or not started, I would say. There is a legacy of 40 years which is very strong. And that platform is so strong, the potential of the brand is so huge, still lot to be untapped. And the way we have embarked with speed on our premium journey, launching 4-5 models in the last 12 to 18 months and more to come. I think there's a lot of story to still pan out. We are focusing on brand, focusing on models, portfolio, focusing on stores, premium stores, a lot of action at our end. Effectively, as I had talked about earlier, given the strong platform that we have, it is about changing gears. And changing gears is moving with speed and powered by the 4S that I talk about, speed, scale, synergy and simplification.
So why this turnaround has happened in last 18 to 24 months? I mean, it is a brand which understands the market consumer. It's a brand which has dominated the India two-wheeler market with more than 50-60% market share. But somehow things had plateaued. And now they are coming back like a J.
So look, one is of course the market-led, where I would say that COVID had made an impact, adverse impact. Customers are coming out of that. The sentiment is turning positive. We see the macroeconomic indicator powered by capex spends on one side by the government, and the other side I would say expansion of digital inclusion and financial inclusion. So that's sort of lifting up the economic sentiment and the spending sentiment. That's one. But internally, as a company, our shape of portfolio we are changing.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. So for instance, we were known so far only for large parts up to only 125cc.
Yes.
At best in premium, we would have 1 or 2 models. Now, when you have a powerful portfolio, which we have, of the commuter entry end, then you do need equally powerful portfolio at premium end to be able to justify yourself as a premium player, which is where we said that we will not go with 1 model or 2 models. We will change the entire portfolio and therefore launch multiple models without waiting for success of 1 model and sequentially doing it. The second change was brand association, because as a lot of people have been saying, because you get known to be a commuter brand, how do you associate? So you need a brand association, which is where our partnership with Harley-Davidson that we did created that change on part of that. Third is you can do the brand change or imagery, you can put a portfolio, but then the stores have to have a different look.
Yes.
That's why we said we can't do sequentially, because by the time you do those, the brands would die or the models would die. So in parallel, we started revamping our stores, which we are calling Hero 2.0, with the speed that we haven't seen before. So like we are now 370 stores upgraded in last 370 days. That's almost 1 store per day.
Just to clear the air, this whole historical data which says two-wheeler demand is a function of rural economy. Now the rural economy is not made a comeback. If I look at, let's say, consumer durables are growing, but consumer staples are not growing. HUL is talking about a 2% growth, but you are committing to a double-digit growth for not only your company but also for the sector. So can I say that this entire good old comparison of rural India has to do well for two-wheelers to do well, that's all passé now?
Absolutely passé. Clearly passé. And I would say, look, rural, also the division, and I also have this debate with my sales team. This whole division is a very simplistic division of rural and urban. Yeah, India is a story of many Indias. For instance, the premium segment has probably grown at 20% per annum in the last 2 years, and that is not just coming from cities. It's coming from parts of so-called rural areas as well. So I don't think the sectors. Now you link two-wheeler to just the rural part of it. I think that's passé. Of course, it's a key because it's a key enabler as well at the base. It's very important because see, if you look at it, like we have defined our strategy. We have said there is a core, which is all the entry and this thing. There's still the penetration levels are low. I mean, if you simply say, if I have to convert every home from cycle to motorcycle, and if you go to the towns and the cities and in the villages on that, there's huge opportunity there. There we have to work on affordability, which is not about price reduction. It's about digitally including financial inclusion, finance EMIs, all that sort of effort that you do. That our role there is to grow the category. The next category is about upgrades, where people want aspirational, thoda upgrade, premiumization. And the third is a premium per se. So I think it's the 3 types of customers, and it's not that they are geographically split, they are in every geography which are there. So which is why I don't think that in future we can only say that two-wheeler will do well, only if rural will do well.